people listen. And my family was there. It was the first time, actually. Welcome back. This is episode 2 of Celebrity Podcast with me, Asyraf Nasir. Okay, I would say officially into the music industry was when I joined a competition by Radio Era. It was called Rap Star Era. And it was basically the search for the next, rapper in the industry. And oh, wow, okay. I'll try not to go on too far. This point in my life, I almost gave up. I didn't want to do it. I think at that time I was like, okay, cool. This was a fun side quest. It didn't mean anything. Reason being is because I joined and this is the era of people having rap freestyle competitions online on Instagram. So there was this one rap competition. I'm not gonna name it. They were looking for people who could rap over this beat or this jingle. I'm like, okay, pump, got in, and then we made it to top 3. And then for the grand finale, they had us perform it live in front of a whole venue, and I don't even think there were judges. It was just the founder and all the organizers and all that lah. So it was a finale, and then we went there, and I was nervous, but again, this I think is me not belonging anywhere, because I came from social media. I didn't have my homeboys, a group of people. I didn't have my abangs who I could just refer to and look to and come up with a whole crew, because every time you go to a gigs, got the boys with them or the gang with them. That was something I was missing, and it was nice. It would have been nice to have that. But anyways, I went to this competition, and I think each contestant had their own crew. And then performing it, I remember I practiced it 110%. I nailed it. And then the other 2 people, they literally forgot their lyrics and fumbled halfway and did. I felt like it was not to brag, but I felt I think it was a clear-cut winner. And then when they were announcing the winner, the host just said, okay, we're gonna determine this by the loudest cheer. And then I was there alone, and every time I pulled up to a show, I brought a tripod. I would pasang it myself, literally at the front of the stage, and just shamelessly record myself, because nobody was there around me. I had friends, but I didn't think it was their thing or their scene, and I felt that shyness of hey guys, come support me perform or whatever. So that was what happened, and I think at that moment it crushed me, because for once it was something that you were certain of that you deserved. And you felt like this should have been yours. I still remember after that show, the winner came up to me, gave me a hug, and said, "Hey, congrats, great show. Honestly, you deserve this." And then it didn't make it any better, because are you gonna give me the prize, bro? But I respect it, because it's not his fault. I think it was just the mechanics of anything. But I think that was where this whole thing into my head was spiraling. I was at a mama across the place. I was like, at the end of the day, it's really just people who and it's talent doesn't matter. I think that's what I felt for longest. I mean, not for longest time. No, at that time. It's you can be dope, but I guess people don't care. So what's the point? Yeah. And then I remember that night I was actually at the Mamak with an era announcer, Napio Hatta, era Sarawak kan? Era Sarawak. That was back then. But I remember Napio Hatta. He was there. He was at the event. He was there to support and everything, because he was in KL. and he was sharing with us about this competition by Era, which is called Rapstar Era. And he was like, bro, you know, you just submit, just upload your video. And I was like, another video I have to upload. I take time and effort, and I felt like writing everything was a lot, you know. And I thought, like, you know, people don't care about lyrics. People are just like about vibes, about the music and the beats, your attitude. You just got to do some dumb stuff online, and then people just like eat that, you know, eat all of it up. And then, you know, he was like, you know, you never know, because rezeki tak tahu datang dari mana. Rezeki tak salah alamat. And like, fine, whatever. I uploaded it, and then, sorry, getting to this competition is very long, but uploaded it and I was shortlisted. And then I didn't know it was going to be a different type of competition, because it felt like a reality TV show, because we were at the Astro office for 2 weeks consecutively every day. And we had to write fresh bars and perform it in front of industry people. And I'm like, yo, this is the biggest pressure. I felt like I think that was a scary moment in my life, because even then, I didn't have support of people that I knew. So I just did what I could. Long story short, made it to the finals, and won. God bless, Alhamdulillah. But that was a mental challenge, because I was like, people don't care. People don't care, you know. And the night before of the finale, I haven't said this public, but like, that was when I broke up with like my last relationship. Yeah, I was going through a breakup. I think nobody really supported me, and it's just you versus you. It was a mental challenge alone, and it was scary. So the moment when they announced the winner at Era, Rapstar Era, I was about to burst into tears. I think I hit it well. I was on stage, and the confetti came out, and I'm like, I was about to like, wow, it matters, you know, like people listen. My family was there. It was the first time, actually. I think the first thing that surprised me was when I was performing, I didn't know they were coming. So when I got out of stage in the crowd, I saw my brother. He brought out a custom number plate sign with my name, and I thought that was the cutest thing, because it was in pink and it was like my favorite color. And as much as I was going through a lot of stuff mentally, the first thought after they gave me the whatever, took picture, after winning, I got down the stage and I was like, I want to see my fam. Went there, I gave everybody the biggest hug, and I think that was a big validation, because I was a guy who was, you know, wasn't sure what he wanted to do, what he wanted to become, and then suddenly dabbled into this thing called music. I didn't know if anybody, even my family, took me seriously, but I think that was when I felt acknowledged, that they saw what I was trying to do, and they showed up. Yeah. Sheesh.
Okay.
This.
Comment.
All the time. All the time, Sean. Until now, I think the self-doubt, okay, you know, I don't want to say it's gone. Self-doubt, it exists. It just like, it decreases. I think support and acknowledgement from my family and with friends and newfound friends in this industry has helped a lot. So that gives me a bit more assurance. But I think now it is, I think, being certain with myself. Again, it is still a battle with myself, because I do shoot myself in the foot sometimes, thinking like, you know, I'm not really anybody big or that established enough compared to a lot of people. And then that's where I wish like I could constantly visit and listen to my younger self, like, you know, everything else really doesn't matter. Like, you joined this without any expectations. You entered this because you wanted to resonate and relate to people that mattered to you. And I still do it. It's still, sometimes I have this weird imposter syndrome, like in public, like people macam like, hey, you're the guy who sang this song. Like, yeah. But that's it lah. Who am I though? Like, I think I understand when people meet like people they watch on TV or people they admire. It's like how I have that feeling to certain people as well. It's like, wow. But I wonder what they feel, because I feel like, I just do what I do. I'm glad that you appreciate it. But I'm not like a godlike person, You do dope stuff that I'm probably not good at as well. And I probably admire you for that too. So yeah, I don't know if I'm steering away from the question. What was the question again?
It's okay, we can continue.
Yeah.
But the question is, have you ever questioned whether this
Oh.
is the right path, and
Yeah.
how do you overcome it?
Oof. Yeah. So questioning myself about it. It helps when you be honest about it with other people. So when I got to know more people in the industry, doesn't matter if they are new, old, independent, signed. Everybody has the same story, surprisingly. And I think people don't talk about it enough. People are not honest enough, because I think when you are a person in public, you kind of have this giant expectation, or you feel like you have to put a facade that I'm good. Like, this is what I'm fine with. But, not a lot of people are like comfortable with saying like they have other jobs, they have side jobs. Like, music, entertainment industry, let's be real, it's tough. The creative industry here is tough, and it's totally fine. In fact, I respect people who are able to do multiple things. We're all hustling, man. So I always have my other side things that I do too, and it's okay to talk about it. So when you do find people who are honest about it and who are open to talking about it, maybe that's your people. And in this second episode, if you watch the first one, I think this is where I started to collect even more of my infinity stones and see why people are brought into my life, and how I should make use of it and appreciate them existing. Yeah, so that's how I cope with it, with that questioning myself.
Okay, then what?
This is episode 2 with me, Asyraf Nasir, for Celebrity Podcast. There is one more, so please tune in to episode 3.